Hello children, welcome back. Have you all read the lesson last week? Did you all go through the video again and again? I hope everybody understood. Let's recall few points. We have learned what are living and non-living things. We have learned some of its features. Today let us learn some more features and many more things. Shall we begin? Living things feel. So children, we have seen what are the five sense organs. So we also understand that these five sense organs are similar in both human beings and animals. If you see this picture, you can see that the sense organs like eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin is found in human beings as well as animals. So we can say that with the help of these five sense organs, human beings and animals can feel. What about insects? Yes, some insects have feelers. If you see this picture like the butterfly and the cockroach, there is something like an antenna. So this is called feelers. And with the help of these special body parts, they used to feel the changes around them. They are able to sense if someone is approaching or someone is moving, and they fly away to save themselves. Now moving on to plants, all plants also feel. However, we can see this movement only in few plants. For example, in this picture you can see that a person is touching the leaves, and what's happening to the leaves? They are all getting closed. So this plant is the touch me not plant or the mimosa plant. So we can see how a plant is able to feel with the help of its leaves. And also the sunflower. The sunflower turns itself towards the sun. So we understand that the sunflower is able to feel the heat of the sun, and it turns its flower towards the sun. There are also some plants which close during night. Some plants and some leaves of some plants and some flowers of some plants closes to in the night and blooms up during day. So is that clear, children? Have you all understood how living things feel? The next characteristic is living things produce little ones like themselves. So children, in this picture we can see that there is a mother who's carrying a child. There is a puppy beside a dog, kittens beside the cat and a calf beside the cow. So we understand that some animals and human beings give birth to little ones like themselves. However, there are few other animals that do not give birth. However, they lay eggs. So in that category we can see fish, frog, snakes, crocodile, hen, duck, etc. So these are a group of animals that do not give birth, but they lay eggs. What about plants? Plants produce seeds which contains a baby plant. So during germination, with the help of water, sunlight, minerals from the soil, the seed sprouts, and when it sprouts we can see that there is a baby plant inside the seed, and when this plant grows big like a tree, it produces fruit. Is that clear, children, how reproduction is happening in different types of animals and plants and human beings? Okay. So till now we have seen in the first video and in this video some characteristics of living things. We saw that living things breathe, living things need food and water, living things can grow, living things feel, and they produce little ones like themselves. What are non-living things? Non-living things are the things that do not have the characteristics of living things. For example, like water, air, rock, soil, and all the things made out of these raw materials are called non-living things. So let us see what are the characteristics of non-living things. Non-living things do not breathe. They do not eat or drink. They do not grow. Do you find a table or chair growing, children? Do you find a bicycle or a socks breathing? Or do you find a car or a comb eating and drinking? No. So they do not have the characteristics of living things. Similarly, they do not produce young ones because they are not living. They are non-living things. And non-living things are also used to make some things like with the help of sand and stone and iron, we can make buildings, cars, clothes and other objects for daily use. Some non-living things like wood, bamboo, leather, wool and cotton are produced from living things. So we get these, the things that I mentioned just now, we get these from living things. Wood, from where do we get wood? We get from tree, which is a living thing. Bamboo, again a plant. Leather, from animal skin. Wool, again sheep, and cotton from the plant. So though we get these things from living things, still they are non-living things because once they do not have the characteristics of living things. Is that clear, children? In the previous slide, we saw how non-living things are got from living things. Now, in this slide, we are going to see how living things depend on non-living things to stay alive. In this slide, can you see that we need air to breathe and water to drink? Is air and water a living thing, children? No, they are not. However, we need these non-living things to breathe and to drink. Then only we can stay alive. We also need homes, right? We also need homes and we need some things. How do we get our home? In order to construct a house, we need rocks and soil and other building material to construct houses. So again, we are dependent on non-living things to stay alive. Also, we need some useful things like vessels, pots, bridges, furniture, sweater, etc., etc. So all these things are again got from non-living things. Is that clear, children? Did you all understand how living things depend on non-living things to stay alive? In this slide, we see the summary of the entire lesson. What all we have learned about living things and non-living things. So please go through all the points of living things and non-living things. We can see the differences between living things and non-living things. Okay, children? So children, did you all understand the video? Did you all understand the lesson? Otherwise, please go through the video again and again. And also read the lesson twice. For today's activity, please take page number 18 and 19. There are two activities. One is, given below are the pictures of few things. Can you name them and classify them? So here there are some pictures. You need to mention their names and also you need to classify whether they are living or non-living things. And on page 19, there is activity 2. It is draw an animal and color it. Then write down 5 points about this animal that makes it different from a non-living thing. So children, here you need to mention the features of a living thing. Like if you are drawing a cow, you need to mention in those points the features of living thing. Like a cow grows, a cow is able to breathe, a cow eats, and what does it eat? A cow is able to reproduce and give birth to little ones. So these are the different points that you need to write in this blank. Okay, children, have a nice day and God bless you all.